Right, a little bit more messing about on my Arduino, again just following a rather good Fritzing tutorial. This one's called Fortune Teller. You're supposed to have a little cardboard cutout that goes over the top, but anyway, I'm doing a DIY version of it. Basically what happens is we've got a little tilt switch just there, which, as the name suggests, is a switch which works when you move or tilt it. There's a non-mercury one, so there's a couple of metal balls inside that either have the circuit open or closed depending on how much you tilt them. Basically the idea is that when you tilt that, a random light on here is illuminated. Okay, where will we start with this one? We'll have a little look at the schematic. Sorry, not the schematic, the breadboard. It's just probably easier to see things on here than it is on here. So there's the tilt switch just there. Okay, so again, as always, follow the juice. So we've got 5 volts coming in here, traveling, okay, coming down here. Now, so let's say there is no tilt switch, okay, or it's not, it's open. Sorry, that's the word I was looking for. So there's no shaking or tilting involved. So basically, the juice can't flow here because it's open. The connection's not closed. So it has to go somewhere. So it flows back along to pin 3, which in the program is set as input. So pin 3 is therefore high. Okay, now in the program, which I'll show you in a moment, when pin 3 is high, basically the juice which is flowing to each of these 5 LEDs is switched off. Okay, so output of all those pins there is set to low. So let's say we give it a little shiggity. Okay, so again, follow the juice. Positive, going along here and along here. Now, circuit is closed now, so although some current will run still along here, enough current will be allowed through the circuit and back to ground just here, okay, to tell that pin there that it's not receiving any input. Okay, it either is or it isn't, and if it's only receiving a small amount because it's been down here, it's basically going to read as not receiving any input. Okay, and what happens then, again in the code, which I'll show you in a minute, using a bit of randomness, one of these, the output of one of these is set to high and one of them is turned on. That's basically the way it works. Okay, so if we follow that over here, maybe it's always harder to see it on here. Let's see, so I'll try and follow it the same way. So there's my juice going in. Oops, trying to put the phone when I'm actually doing it. There's my juice going in right there. Okay, and it's traveling along. Ooh. Okay, and there's my tilt switch there. Okay, so if there's no tilt switch, action, okay, we're going back along here to pin 3 and it's receiving input, and all of these, okay, are set to low. There's no juice sent, so none of the lights are going to go on. Okay, let's say jiggy, follow the juice. Okay, so we've got positive coming in onto the positive lane here. Sorry, I showed the wrong one last time. Anywho, so this time the circuit, the tilt switch has been tilted so it can pass through and back by this cable here, and it will flow to ground. Okay, completing the circuit. So not enough juice is going to be coming back along to pin 3 to suggest input. So I'll show you in a minute. Let's have a little look at the code. That makes it all go. Yada 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 yada. so an array declaring pins at the very top there. Okay, and tilt pin is on 3. Okay, so just bring that over here. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, there for the LEDs, and 3 is for the tilt pin. Back over here. Okay, in the setup, standard code for just declaring an array of 5 pins and setting them to output. Okay, so done using a loop. Okay, so that's basically setting all of the pins to output. It's just a standard short way to set all the pins. And then the tilt pin, okay, 3, is set to input. Okay, because obviously whether or not that is receiving input is actually deciding whether or not the lights go on. And then the real meat of the program. Okay, so what are we saying here? Let's say the switch is open. Okay, the switch is open. I've not given it a shake as jiggity jiggity. So if the digital read of the tilt pin 3 is high, so in other words, if it's not been shaken, all of the pins get turned off. Okay, if that is not the case, okay, in other words, else. So if we have given it a little shake, a little jiggity jiggity jiggity, we use a bit of randomness to get a random number from 0 to 5, and then write high, whatever that random is. Sorry, I forgot this here, this little random seed. A scary looking bit of code. Don't worry about it, it's just a standard way to set up randomness. And down here we create randomness. Okay, there's more on that if you go to that reference section there, the random seed thing. Right, let's load it up and see what's. So on we go. Okay, are we flashing? We are. Okay, so I haven't given it a shake, so at the moment no lights. If I give it a shake and shake. Okay, random light, give it a shake and shake. Random light, shake and shake. Random light, cool. There you go. So Fritzing called that one fortune teller. I'll call it random lights, shakety shake. There you go. Another one soon. Bye.